Hola, muy buenos días a todos. Hello, my AP Spanish students. I'm going to do this in English just to keep things simple. I just want to take a minute and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some logistics related to AP Spanish this year. Um, it's complicated. So I'm just going to take a minute and I'm going to explain some things to you. So let me share my screen with you. Okay. So this is our AP Spanish Google Classroom page. You can see that it says AP Lengua y Cultura Hispana, Clase Presencial Híbrida. That is for all of our hybrid students who will be going into the building for 2 days a week. This is our main AP page where you guys have done all of your summer work. You know that this is the hybrid page because the hybrid students are divided into the blue and gold cohorts, and so I put a blue and gold banner up here at the top of this page. The reason why I did that is because there is actually another page that my fully remote students, the Academia Remota, you are going to be also in this page. But whenever we meet, and they're set up pretty much the same right now. Whenever we meet, we are always going to use the link that is in the Clase Híbrida page because the majority of students in the class are from the hybrid class. I'm getting ahead of myself. So on both pages, you will see a post to a Google Slides presentation that has our weekly agenda in it, and it has the link to the Google Meet so that you can come to class. I also put up here at the top the time that we are meeting because the schedule this year is really complicated. So the time that we're meeting is listed at the top. The link to the Google Meet is here. The agenda for class is here, and your homework is written down here. I have a basic outline, and I do have plans for these days. I just haven't written them in there yet. I have a basic outline for the first 7 weeks of school because that is as much of a schedule as we have right now. Oof, that's going to be an intense week where I see you every day. So all of your information is going to be here. When you're in Google Classroom, if you're a hybrid student, you're on the hybrid page, the blue and gold page. Go into the classwork tab, and that is where you will find your assignments. I think I'm going to break them down by theme. Our first theme is going to be Identidades Personales y Públicas. So I have some of your first assignments in here with their due dates. And I know you also can go to a task list or a to-do list that will, in Google Classroom, that will list all of your assignments by due date. It should post the most recent ones up at the top. I tried to put in a few assignments today so you could see what it looks like, but you'll see the due dates down there on the side. So we also have La Gramática, which is another thread that we're going to be following. As I decide what we're going to be doing, I will add some due dates in there. So if you are a hybrid student, if you're going into school, you are going to complete your classwork, your homework, on the page that is blue and gold. If you are one of my fully remote students, or if you're hybrid and you switch to go fully remote, then you're going to have to do your homework in the Academia Remota page, which you'll see is set up exactly the same. You can also see that I have access to both of them, so if you do your homework in the wrong place, I will look for it and I will find it. I believe that's the gist of Google Classroom. One thing that's in here that we're going to talk about, I believe, on like the first day of class is not that. Here we go. Okay. So one of the things we're going to talk about is this great new app. And I promise I'm not going to overwhelm you with new apps, but there's a great new app called Kami that's going to allow you to mark up PDFs, which is going to be awesome. And yes, your first night's homework in AP Spanish is in English, but it's useful. So you click on the PDF, you go up to open with and go to Kami. It should be automatically installed on your browser, according to Mr. Tupin. When it opens up, and it might ask you to log in or it might ask you to do stuff, you'll see you have all of these options on the side, and you can actually mark up the PDF. So your first night's homework is going to be to read this article in English and to put some comments in there. And you can put text comments, you can put voice comments. Let's just do a text comment. And you just click on there and you can put a couple comments in there. You can record your voice. You can record a video if you want to, but your first night's homework is to put at least 3 comments into this article about the difference between the words Hispanic and Latino. And then make sure that you click the save button up there in the top right before you click turn in on Google Classroom. You're going to make sure to turn it in on Google Classroom so I can see that you have done it. And when you've saved your changes in Kami, I'll be able to see the comments that you put in there. I think that might be the only new tech tool that I'm introducing this week. I really don't want to overwhelm you with new tech. I believe that is about all that I need to tell you. Make sure you check the main page for the agenda. Make sure you check the classwork page for your actual assignments. Other than that, I suppose maybe I should take a minute right now and just explain to you that as of right now, the way that we are planning to run the course is that Professor Constanzo and I are going to be co-teaching the 2 courses as if they were one course right now. Technically speaking, Professor Constanzo is in charge of grading the hybrid students, and I will be in charge of grading and keeping track of the attendance and all that stuff for the fully remote students. As of right now, we're going to teach them as if they were one course together because there's just so much going on that if we have 2 AP courses meeting at the same time, parallel, why wouldn't we teach them together? I think the conversations will be richer. I think it will be easier for Professor and I to share the planning. And I think it will benefit you because you'll have 2 teachers for a really intense AP course. So obviously this is a work in progress. We're going to do the best that we can. It could be a giant train wreck and we could have to reorganize the entire thing. But I have a lot of faith that we've put a lot of planning and a lot of thought into how we want to run the course. And I think it's going to be really great. I'm really looking forward to working with Professor Constanzo. I think you guys are going to really like him too. He brings a lot to the classroom, to the discussion. And I think it's going to be really wonderful. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or set up a meeting, and I would love to meet with you remotely. And I will see you soon.